Hi everyone, and welcome on Real Talk with Victor. Now we share with you some bread for the head. Today's topic, shitty conscious versus thriving conscious. I will start with a definition. Conscious, aware of and responding to one's surrounding, awake. Now I will share with you a quote by Albert Einstein. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. That is very powerful, and I will add a lot of meaning to that quote by the end of my video. In fact, this video is made to help you raise your level of consciousness. Because consciousness is all we got. Everything else is just a distraction. Shitty conscious versus thriving conscious. Which one are you? Do you have a shitty conscious or a thriving? Let's start with shitty. Shitty is someone that has a very low conscious level. They live in a very pitiful world. All they got in here is just shit. If you wake up every day and the first thing on your mind is playing video games, lounging, watching TV, money, sex, alcohol, drugs, partying, if you go through your day thinking about how I'm gonna survive and make it through this day because you're struggling, there's a reason why you're struggling. Because of the shitty consciousness. If you wake up and the first thing you think about is looking at your phone or glue your face on that screen and you're hypnotized by social media, that's shitty conscious. Now you also got to be careful because the mind can be very deceptive. If you wake up and you're focusing and thinking about family, relationship, work, career, religion, health, all these different aspects. If you're not alert and aware, they can easily pull you into a trap, a world where you're just tunnel vision. And this can cause a lot of pain. If you go out through the day being rude to people, being ugly, you're mad, you're angry, always upset. If you're sad, you're depressed. All this is shitty consciousness. If you're just focused on materialistic and just materialistic goals, focus on short-term gains, all this is having a shitty conscience. In here, that's all it is. Shit. if you're very judgmental, and you're very strict on rules as far as what's right and what's wrong, you have a lot of work to do to advance in life, my friend, because that is shitty consciousness. Now, we will talk about thriving conscious. Thriving consciousness means you have a high level of quality consciousness. When you wake up, the first thing on your mind is the appreciation of life. You show gratitude. You feel happy and warmth inside because you know you are so fortunate for all the things that you have in your life. That is thriving conscience. You fully understand that every action, career, relationship, money transaction, situation, and circumstance is a test. And you see it as an opportunity to always raise your conscience level from shitty to thriving. You start to make decisions like, I should go to the gym today. What should I put in my body food-wise? Because all these decisions and actions are going to raise your conscience level. But you are fully aware and fully alert on how to balance everything right where you don't get tunnel vision. Mastering a thriving consciousness means that you stay at a high conscious state of mind at all times. You become selfless and giving, fearless and courageous, which means you're not going to worry about nonsense or things that are not under your control. You start to really commit yourself to a true actuality. You start to value learning and growth. And you're always in the lookout for wisdom because you're hungry for it. When you have a thriving conscience, you will take 100% responsibilities for all your actions, your behaviors, and your emotions. How many of you get hit with certain negative emotions and you try and blame it on someone else? No. That's you. If you're mad, that's you. That's your consciousness, that shitty one. It's your perception, which means you have to make some changes and rewire what you got in here. Let me give you an example. Last week on my day off, I had plans. Very simple plans. Just get up, go to the gym, get me a good workout. I was going to go shopping for some clothes and afterwards go to my cousin's house to go visit my niece and nephews and spend the whole evening with them. Well, the night before, my daughter's car didn't want to start, so she left it parked at a McDonald's. The next morning we get up, the car is gone. So we go talk to the manager and they don't know if the car got stolen or it got towed. Well, it got towed. And when they checked the videos, they couldn't tell us who towed it. When I had a shitty conscience level back in the days, and I was faced with that situation, I would have really gone off on that manager. In fact, when that happened, my daughter was waiting for me to go off on that manager and be very ugly. But I've been working on my thriving consciousness. So I just took it as it is. I didn't get mad. I didn't get upset. These things happen. Getting mad, getting frustrated is not going to change the situation. All I'm going to do is probably make the manager upset. And I'm going to disappoint my daughter because she's going to look at me like, oh, you're doing all this personal growth and development, and here you are blowing up on someone. So what type of energy you think I'm going to get from them? So instead, I pretty much just brushed it off. Told my daughter not to worry about it. At least the car didn't get stolen. We're in a good financial situation where we have the money to take care of it and get it towed out where it was towed to. Took about an hour and a half for the managers to give us a number for us to call to find out where the car was at. We went to go get the car. By that time, it was almost noon. I still haven't gone shopping for my clothes. And once I got to the store, at that moment, my thriving consciousness also kicked in there. And at that moment, all I could think about was spending family time with my cousin, my niece, and my nephews. So instead of going shopping, took off to her house. We went to the farmer's market, got back home. We cooked a nice, healthy meal together as a family, me and the kids. Very, very tasty. And I was very proud of myself at the end of the night. Because if I would have had a shitty conscious state of mind, my whole day would have been ruined from that incident. Because a lot of times we get tunnel vision into how we want everything to turn out. And when there's some type of interruptions, our whole world caves in and everything falls apart. And all this turns into shit. A thriving conscious is someone that knows that you have a high conscious level. But you're also very aware and very alert that there's always room for growth. I will bring my video now to an end. And if you really feel this is a strong message and it's impacting you in a very positive way, share it. Share it with others. If you have that thriving conscience and you want everyone to know about it, share it. A shitty conscious level person is not going to share it. But I do appreciate all the likes, the hearts, the happy faces, the comments. If you have anything to say as far as what I just spoke about, go ahead. Shoot me a line. Thank you for your time, and everybody have a great week. And this is it for today's Real Talk with Victor.